Hi everyone, here's a video about the great Cozy Cole. I had a request in the comment section asking if I could do this, so I'm happy to do it. And the main thing I always think about with Cozy Cole is his feel. He had a unique feel, kind of a strange feel actually, because when he was playing the hi-hat or the ride cymbal, his feel was much straighter. The eighth note was much straighter than a lot of guys. So instead of swinging like this, Cozy Cole would be much straighter. It would be like, and he would play more triplet ideas in his solos, but when he was swinging, he had that kind of feel. Got progressively more like that as he got older. But he had that feel. He would play a lot, he'd ride a lot on a Chinese cymbal or a swish cymbal, and he'd play a lot of backbeats. So he'd kind of play things like, and he would also, oh by the way, he played matched grip a lot. I'm playing like this, but he was one of the early guys to really play a lot of matched grip. Pretty much everybody back then played traditional grip. They would often go to matched grip when they would play on the floor tom, but he was one of the early guys to be doing this pretty much all the time. Also one of the first guys, I think, to have two tom-toms mounted on the bass drum. But another thing he would play on the snare drum with his left hand, he'd play a shuffle rhythm, a kind of strong shuffle rhythm, and again it was sort of that straighter kind of feel. So it'd be sort of like, and one of the things he would do in solos, he would double up that shuffle with both hands, and then he would play these dotted quarter note figures on the bass drum, and he would do things like, you know, sounds like rock and roll, but that was the thing he would play a lot. He would also do a lot of tom-tom stuff, you know, kind of like Gene Krupa. He had a couple of big hits in the 50s, Topsy Part 1, Topsy Part 2, a lot of tom-tom things, but he would incorporate a little more triplets into it. So whereas Gene Krupa would play this kind of thing, Cozy Cole would play a little more throw some more triplets in there. He was also one of the very early guys to break up rhythms between his hands and feet, his hands and the bass drum. So he would do this kind of thing a lot. And later on, Max Roach and Art Blakey would both play that same thing and other variations like that, but he was really one of the first guys to do that. And he'd also play a lot of things with one stick on the other, sort of like Chick Webb or Gene Krupa would do. He would play things like, so those are some examples of Cozy Cole's playing. Check him out with Cab Calloway or with Louis Armstrong. He's really one of the great drummers. He had great time, great technique. Definitely worth checking out. So I hope this was enjoyable. Thanks again for the request, and I'm happy to do anything like that. So if there was anything you'd like to see a video about, or if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks a lot. See you soon.